Welcome to The American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's The American Dream. Welcome to The American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise, luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
It's the American Dream.
Today, we're at the Cleveland State University campus in the Michael Swartz Library, where the third floor shows this most amazing piece of art called The Love Letter to Cleveland. Two people that I want to tell you about today are Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. They're the creators of Superman. My name is Teresa Slowey-Whittam. This is American Dream TV selling Cleveland. And today I'm going to take you on a tour of Cleveland and tell you more about how Superman was created right here in our great city. Superman was created by two schoolmates in the 1930s. They lived just blocks apart here in the Glenville neighborhood of Cleveland. To best tell you more about Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, I'm going to introduce you to my friend Lee Goldie, who, interesting enough, was also Joe Shuster's cousin. Lee, thank you so much for coming here today to talk to us about the creation of Superman. Nice to have you.
Teresa, thank you so much for having me. Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster are the writer and artist who created Superman in Glenville in the 1930s. For 6 years, no one wanted to publish this because they thought it was just a crazy idea. It was created one night when Jerry Siegel came up with the idea and he could not sleep. He kept running to his desk to write down the ideas. He went back to sleep, thought of something else and ran back. That next morning, legend has it, in his pajamas, he ran 9 blocks to Joe's house right here and gave him the story and said, "Draw this." And that's where Superman was created. He is a man to serve the oppressed. He's a superhero to help people do good.
Here we are on the 42nd floor of the Terminal Tower Observation Deck in downtown Cleveland. Today, I'm with Michael Sangiacomo, who's a former reporter, a retired reporter from the Cleveland Plain Dealer, who also wrote a column on comic books for nearly 30 years.
True.
Can you tell us, Michael, how important it is that if we're talking about the creation of Superman, we should do it in the Terminal Tower?
We should. The Terminal Tower was always the crown jewel of Cleveland. And back in the 30s, when Jerry and Joe were developing Superman as an idea, while I was still in high school, they would take the trolley down here to the Cleveland Library, which is right across the street. And they would read newspapers and magazines and talk. And they said that they would look at this tower and they would imagine, what if a guy could actually fly around the tower or leap over the tower? Wouldn't that be something? And this was something that stayed with them, so that when they finally created Superman, he did in fact leap over the tower, leaping tall buildings at a single bound, as it were. So it was very important to the creation of Superman.
Let me introduce you to Gary Kaplan. Gary is the president of the Siegel-Shuster Society, which is a nonprofit organization. And I want to hear more about what the society is all about. What is your mission and how do you commemorate Superman?
So our mission is to commemorate and to celebrate the creation of Superman in Cleveland by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster.
Great. And isn't there also a display at the Cleveland Hopkins Airport?
Yes, also we were behind that, the Siegel and Shuster Society at the airport, Cleveland Hopkins Airport. Our society created a permanent Superman display, which has a statue of Superman and a phone booth, and it has a sign with that reads, "Welcome to Cleveland, where the legend began."
I'm Teresa Slowey-Whittem. This is American Dream TV, Selling Cleveland. And I think there's only one thing left to say. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Welcome to another episode of the American Dream Selling Cleveland. I'm your host, Justin Westlow, coming to you from the Cleveland Clinic Courts in Independence, where our Cleveland Cavaliers spend all of their time when it's not game time. Let's head inside and meet a dear friend and special guest, Mayor Gregory Kurtz, as he takes us on a tour of this incredible facility. Mayor Kurtz, thank you for joining us today at the Cleveland Clinic Courts.
My pleasure, Justin.
Tell me how the relationship between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the City of Independence began.
Well, almost 2 decades ago, the Cavaliers they were looking for a new home for their practice facility, and the city happened to have land right where we're standing that was conducive to what their needs were. So they wanted something that was isolated, they wanted to be secure, they wanted something that would be centrally located in the county, in the metropolitan area, and this fit the bill.
So the Cavaliers call this their home away from home. What is it that they do here at this facility?
Well, obviously they practice.
Right.
But beyond the practicing, there are so many different opportunities to grow mentally, emotionally, physically, physical well-being. The Cleveland Clinic Courts presents them a real well-rounded opportunity to grow individually and as a team. And it's good for the coaches, the staff, and all those that make this really work well.
What a blessing for our community and for the Cavaliers.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go check out the weight room.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind working out if it was in a facility like this.
Well, that makes 2 of us.
Tell me about how the Cleveland Cavaliers have partnered with the city and what makes them such a great partner.
Well, they're great financially, functionally, and they're very generous. We have a number of programs they support us within the community, and we named a street after them, Cavalier Way, because of the 2016 championship. That's right. We have the Junior Cavs program for boys and girls, which we host at the Civic Center. These kids get an opportunity to meet real athletes and see what it's like, and they learn so much through the program. So there are so many different ways in which the Cavaliers and the community unite to enhance the quality of life.
Well, there's no doubt that the Cleveland Cavaliers have helped to make Independence the best kept secret in the county.
I agree.
Thank you, Mayor Kurtz, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Just a few miles away from the Cleveland Cavaliers training facility and just moments from the heart of downtown Brecksville sits this custom-built luxury residence in the Hunting Valley subdivision, one of Brecksville's most desirable addresses. Let's take a look inside. Custom built by one of Cleveland's premier custom home builders, no expense was spared in this 5-bedroom, 7-bath residence. It offers formal living and casual entertaining opportunities, both in the formal living room and dining room that flank the foyer, and also the casual great room, which offers a fireplace and 16-foot soaring ceilings. If you love to entertain, this home is for you. The kitchen offers custom Omega cabinetry, GE monogram appliances, beautiful granite countertops, a sitting area with a fireplace, and a breakfast nook overlooking the 3.5-acre wooded lot. Enjoy all 4 seasons here in Northeast Ohio in this amazing backyard. A cup of coffee under the covered patio and the fireplace, or have your friends and family over for a summer cookout utilizing the expansive outdoor kitchen. Paver patio, Trex deck, and an amazing 3.5-acre wooded lot can all be yours for $1.4 million. I hope you enjoyed this tour of this truly remarkable luxury property in the heart of Brecksville. Just moments from wonderful retail and dining. And thank you for joining me once again for another episode of The American Dream Selling Cleveland. I'm your host, Justin Westlow, and I hope to see you again very soon.
I am Jelena Krylova, your host of American Dream TV, and today I'm joined by Chelsea Soyko, the most amazing woman and most knowledgeable woman about all things Medina. Chelsea, tell us everything there is to know about living in this beautiful city.
Oh, Jelena, I love it. We're here at my property. Look at the nature, look at the trees. This pace of life is great. We have tons of local farmers and a really good community here. So I'd actually like to show you a place that I favor that can exhibit both of those. It's called Marigold Wellness Collective. Let's go take a look.
Let's go.
All right. Hey, Jelena, let me show you. We're at Marigold Wellness Collective here in Sharon Center, Wadsworth, Ohio. So over here we have like a chiropractor, we have functional medicine, we have organic makeup. We have, the facility is really based off of wellness, health, and low toxicity, which is right up our alley. Honey from local bees. So everything really has a local focus at this location. And my favorite, which is Marigold Home Kitchen. This is where we come once a week on average with my family, because I like to feed my kids. I want to know where their food's coming from. I want to give them healthy, pasture-raised meats, and everything is gluten-free. You know, my children have sensitivities, so I know when I come here, this is a place where they can comfortably eat anything, and we're fine.
I love it.
Yeah.
And this is, a lot of people think that moving to Medina, you have to give up the conveniences of a bigger city, right? And it's not true. No. Look at this place. It's modern, it's hip. The coffee is amazing, but Chelsea, I want to hear about the self-care options they have here.
In the basement, there you have a fire and ice section, a massage section, and a float tank section, which is great for de-stressing because let's face it, we're moms to young children, we're realtors, we're very busy ladies, so it's just a nice place to de-stress. All right, Jelena, this is it. This is Medina. Local, family-oriented, community. This is what you have.
It's such a special place. For somebody that's moving here, what are the housing options?
Oh, there's a multitude of options. Briefly, we have many first-time home buyers that are coming here, right-sizing families, those retiring, and of course we have a lot of new construction, which is currently actually a great investment. So how about we go take a look at one of the properties?
I would love to. Thank you for inviting me to check this out. I love this street. This is what Medina is to me. It's a beautiful scenic street, lots of trees, farmland, and of course beautiful houses.
Absolutely.
And this home is gorgeous, and I'm sure just like all things Medina, anything in Medina, it is probably very special. So tell me a story behind it.
Of course it's special. Let's take a look at all the wood accents that this home has to offer. This is locally sourced timber from the Amish.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And one of the most intimidating things about Medina is the acreage, the well water, and the septic systems. So let's touch on that. For somebody moving here, that is so scary. So many unknowns. But I know you live here, you work here, you play here, this is where your kids go to school. So you're an expert. Talk a little bit about that.
Regarding wells and septics, it's just a different frame of thought. So it's different, and typically we're intimidated by things that are different and new, but it's really no different than city water, city sewer. But I'm the expert on it. I live with it. I've sold many homes with it. So I'm here to help you feel more at ease with that whole process.
Let's talk about this kitchen.
Right.
This is a dream.
Oh yeah, so we have quartzite countertops. And of course, a new style is to run that up with the backsplash. And something unique to this builder is a hidden pantry door. Come take a look. Our Amish built cabinets with a hidden pantry. In Medina, what's great is we have many different financing options like a USDA loan. The U.S. Department of Agriculture wants to encourage people to move to the country. So we have many little pockets in Medina County that are townships that are within this limit, and this is a loan that has a 0% down payment.
Chelsea, I know you and I can talk about this house all day. It's gorgeous, but I'm looking out the window and your buyers are in the driveway, so we have to wrap this up. This is Jelena and Chelsea with American Dream TV. See you next time.
my name is Carly Sablotny and welcome to Selling Cleveland. We're going to take a look at picturesque Hudson, Ohio today. It's nestled right in between Cleveland and Akron. Plenty of classic style homes, lots of local shops and restaurants. Today we're actually going to take a look at a listing I have coming up, very unique house. But before that, we're going to stop into a local shop, Orange Rose Apothecary. The owner makes a lot of the stuff in-house, and you'll see it's inspired by a TV show that you might recognize, Schitt's Creek. Let's go. We're here with Andrea, the owner of the shop. Andrea, can you tell us where the name Orange Rose Apothecary came from?
Well, first of all, this is my product line called Oil, and the #1 scent is Orange Rose. The minute people come in here and smell it, they go, ooh, and then they buy it. So that, of course, had a big part of it. And then because I make it here, in the back I have a lab built in here, and that's kind of why it's an apothecary, because I make everything here.
Can you tell us a little bit about the products, what got you started?
What got me started was my daughter got very sick in high school, and it took 2 years to figure out what she had. But in the meantime, I'm reading every label on anything that's in our house, all the products that we put on our body, and I was horrified by what I found. A lot of the products are toxic. So I turned the kids' playroom into a lab and started making stuff myself. And I was able to come up with a body line first of body butters, scrubs, and salts. And then I started with a facial line. And I even got picked up by Saks Fifth Avenue. So I'm on their website.
That's awesome. Well, let's get into the products a little bit. What's popular?
I'd have to say the most popular of all is my face cream. It's very whipped and creamy and very dense. You just need a little bit, but their face feels so soft when you use it, and it keeps the moisture in. I think secondly, the face wash is made with Manuka honey, and they use it for burns patients post-surgical. You can even go into the drugstore now and get a Manuka Band-Aid because it's so healing for you, and it's a natural product.
Thank you so much for having us. I'm gonna grab a couple things before we head out, and maybe a little gift for my seller. But join us, we're gonna go take a look at an amazing upcoming listing we have. Come on in. Very, very custom built. The current owners purchased it, added on a huge addition. Kind of reminds me of a ski lodge. This is why you're buying this house. Big, great room, beyond perfect for entertaining. You can fit your whole family in here, and their family's family, and everybody else. Right off the dining room is this huge 3 seasons room. It stays warm in here all year long, and it is the perfect place to sit and have morning coffee or even entertain. You have a massive deck right out here and views of water right out this way. Super peaceful and beautiful, and of course you have a great view of all of the woods surrounding the property. Coming back inside, got your beautiful dining area with a working fireplace. We have this gorgeous kitchen. Everything in here is custom, high-end, top of the line. Got a huge stove you can cook for the whole family, and it's right in the center and the heart of the home. And it is absolutely beautiful. Hopefully you enjoyed your tour of Hudson, Ohio today. My name is Carly Sablotny, and this is Selling Cleveland.
Hey guys, so I am Kelsey and this is Andy, and we are 2 local realtors here in Northeast Ohio, and we're also a husband-wife team. I know it's kind of crazy, spouses that work together. It actually does work sometimes and we love it, so.
Today we're here in Peninsula, Ohio. We are at the Boston Mill Visitor Center. We've got Boston Mill ski area behind us, and we've got the Cuyahoga River right next to us.
as you guys just saw, we've got this whole river renewed right here, and this is something that the national park is huge on, with our specific river, making sure that they're constantly looking at ways to improve our river so we can utilize it, keep it clean, things like that. And today I have a really awesome guest right here. So this is Savannah. She is one of the co-owners of Float the River. So tell me about your guys' river cleanup that you guys do every year.
Absolutely. We have been doing river cleanups basically annually. And the reason we started that is because there has been so much work that has already been put into the Cuyahoga River. About 50 years ago, there was the not last, but 13th river fire on the Cuyahoga River from all the industrial pollution. And it's a really long story, but basically that fire sparked the Clean Water Act as well as the Environmental Protection Agency, or the EPA as we know it today. And so we really like to make sure that bringing this new business to everyone in the community, we weren't regressing all that progress that's been made on the river already. And so what we've done is we've instated a couple rules. So you're not allowed to bring any single-use items or disposable containers onto the river. Everything has to be reusable. And we also do these annual cleanups.
So we are here in the Boston Mill Visitor Center right now, and wanted to kind of just show you guys, this place is really, really awesome. There's so much, education in here about what's going on in the national park and, with the river and that whole river, renewed project. And there's also some really awesome swag. I got my really cool hat here today, but there's some really awesome things if you guys come in here and check it out. But that's kind of one of the things that we want to share with you is there's so much here going on with this community that most people just don't even know about besides just the river. So.
And there's so many things right here too. There's the scenic railroad, there's a stop right here. There's river access, there's Boston Mills and Brandywine ski area. There's so many different trailheads with the towpath and the bike and hike trail all right here. There's a million different things to do, and we're so excited to be here featuring this beautiful area. All right, we are here in downtown Peninsula on this gorgeous day in Cleveland, Ohio. It's amazing. I'm also joined with TJ, one of the co-owners of Float the River. TJ, it's grown. Tell us about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be our 5th season coming this summer, and it has grown faster than we could ever imagine. It's grown into something that is really amazing. We've had people from 37 states. We've had a ton of repeat customers from the local community. The support from the community has been amazing.
So with bringing so many people to the area, do you feel like it's changed the awareness of the river and kind of the natural setting?
Absolutely. From the beginning, it was one of our goals is to change the perception of the river, because people used to say, if you fall into the Cuyahoga River, you don't drown, you decay. They said things when we were starting our company, hope you bring your fire extinguisher with you when you come and float. But, that's just not really the case anymore. There's been decades of work that's gone into this cleanup of the river, and now we've got clean water species like damselflies and pike all through the river, and they can only live in really clean water.
So we're now here in the second location, which is the Trail Mix store in the heart of downtown Peninsula. And as you can see, there's so much more in this store than there was in the last one, which is cool because there's so many more, merchandise. But the cool thing about this is that everything you see in here is locally sourced. So you have local artists, you have their pieces in here. You've got jewelry that's, made by local artists, and then you also have even goods.
As your host for American Dream TV, we're so glad you came along with us to check out this amazing area in Peninsula, Ohio, and the national parks. As you can see, it has so much to offer, from hiking trails, biking, the river, the railroad, the skiing area. There's so much here.
So make sure when you guys come into Northeast Ohio, you get into the national park, you check all these things out, float the river this summer, because that is a must-do this summer, and otherwise we'll see you guys next time.
Welcome to Financing the American Dream. I'm your host, Shane Malako. Today we're here in Ohio City with my good friend Hunter Gowdy to show you why this Northeast Ohio neighborhood could be your next American dream.
Thanks, Shane. Ohio City is one of the hottest neighborhoods in Cleveland. There's also a blend of modern and historic housing, countless amenities within walking distance, and of course the West Side Market, which has been a beacon in the neighborhood for more than 100 years. From trendy new townhomes to grand century homes, this neighborhood has it all.
Speaking of West Side Market, I could use a bite to eat. Do you want to head inside?
Who can say no to shopping?
Let's go on in. Joining us now is Jessica from the Westside Market. How are you, Jessica?
Doing well, thanks. How are you?
Good. So beautiful location in here. It's absolutely stunning. Tell me a little bit about the market and how it got its start.
Yeah, so Westside Market initially started across the street in the early 1800s, and it's coming in on its 112th birthday.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do this. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little hungry,
Yeah.
so why don't we go do some shopping?
Good.
There are many family-owned businesses here at the Westside Market, and today I'm here with Dave and Donna Devaki with Maple Valley Sugar Bush. Dave, hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
So how did you get started in the syrup business?
Well, I kind of grew up in it.
Okay.
I'm third generation on the farm. My grandparents and my aunts and uncles all made the maple syrup. My grandfather bought the farm in 1920. I've just been around it my whole life, scaled things up, and started buying new equipment. We had people telling us we needed to be at the Westside Market.
Yeah.
Our products are so good.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was awesome meeting you and getting to know more about your family-owned business.
From sweet syrup to home sweet home. I'm here with Elena Caruso of the Home Pantry to learn more about her business. How are you,
Hi,
Elena?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for coming by.
How's your day going?
It's going good. It's a Monday. It's
Yeah.
busy in here, so
I
can't
was gonna
complain.
say, it is packed in
Yeah, it's also spring break in the city, so I think there's a little bit more people in here trying to, enjoy the beautiful building, get some food.
With the Westside Market, what is so special to you about being in here and part of the environment with the Westside Market?
Well, I am a super big Cleveland nerd, so the history of this city really is infatuating for me. But really, I feel like it might sound kind of funny, but the best feeling is in the morning when I come in here getting ready to set up the deli. All of the lights are still off, and we just have just a beam of lights in the top ceiling. It's like a really big sense of pride just to know how many people have walked through this building, how many families have started their businesses in this space. Even just, coming from over the countries the past 120 years. Like, this is a big focal point, I feel like, on the pride of the city. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And now you get to be part of that tradition.
Yeah, it feels so good. Yeah, it's been great.
Well, it's such a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us. As we saw today, some of the many reasons more people are calling Ohio City home. Orange, you glad we came?
I sure am. The Westside Market truly is the apple of Cleveland's eye. We look forward to seeing you again on another episode of Financing the American Dream.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.